I started something called the Center for Global Health at the University of Colorado, and then we developed Global Health Connections as a sort of a community outreach project for middle school, high school kids. You know, we're connecting up the school kids here in Colorado. This is our plan. Our plan is to not just do it with school kids here, but to connect them up with school kids in other nations. So we're working right now with a school in Pakistan, but we also want to start linking up with some schools in India and China and then ultimately Kenya. So then kids here will be able to talk to kids there. We can do this via the internet, etc. So, you know, it's just sort of fun to see it expanding and the kids getting something out of it.
I learned that kids these days are really well educated. They're pretty informed about what's going on in the world, and that was kind of uplifting, I thought.
Hello? Hey Alex, did you get my package? Yeah. Well, did you open it? No, not yet. Well, open it! Ta-da! Hey, that was cool. What's the certificate say? It says congratulations on helping so many people.
So a lot of the things we talk about are community health implications. So just learning some solutions for global water issues. We learned recently in school that the biggest killer of children worldwide is unclean water. So I think it's a really important issue. And then personally, I love to travel. I've been all around the world, so just getting to learn a little bit more about the countries, I think.
And here's the kind of latrines that they use. Little garden here. Yeah, and everything goes to the lakes. So here and here are the lakes that they go and get the water from there too.
All of our topics are water topics. Water, we've branched out to sanitation. We start the project by looking at the Millennium Development Goal on water, about having the number of people that don't have access to fresh water. So we start there. The kids worked very hard. Like any sixth grader, though, they procrastinated. So in the beginning, they had no idea, you know, and today I'm just thrilled with the outcome, but they worked very hard and stayed after school and got together on weekends.
I was very impressed with the facts, but we hadn't weeded out what we didn't need, and they stepped up. They were great.
Come on down to the What's your name? Mark. Let's give it up for Mark.
It's interesting what you learn from the kids. You learn a lot about water sanitation, the problems, the issues. You learn about the nations that they have, that they work on for their particular case. But I actually sort of know a lot of that because that's what I've been doing professionally for years. What I didn't really expect, and which I really appreciate today, is the kids get a great deal of they come to the college campus for the competition, and for many kids it's the first time they've been on a college campus, and it's a great experience. Their parents come, there's a tremendous amount of respect and appreciation from their parents for having their kids perform and getting recognized for being in the competition. And so there's a lot more going on here than just the educational process. It's also the chance to recognize kids for the work that they're doing, but also get them on the university campus and have them experience the university.
Clean water in your village. Here's a training manual that we made for you to show you on how to fix the well in case it breaks. It's in your native language as well as English. You can teach your village how to use it. It is a simple pump well, so now you just need to lever up and down to pump the water.
Really, it was incredible to see just how innovative and how creative the kids can be with their solutions, and to see how well they understand and grasp different global water issues. We had one group in particular that did an incredible job of providing a good skit with good examples and facts, and a great solution to a water issue, and actually built a working pump that actually pumped water, and so we were all very impressed with the creativity and the amount of time that the kids put into their presentations.
Thank you so much. My people are so grateful for your help and expertise. Why don't you try drinking out of the water to see if it tastes good? Wow, this tastes great.
I liked how we could compete and if you act out, and I liked how we didn't just explain on poster board, we also did a skit.
I thought just acting and being able to contribute and maybe think of potential ideas for the future to help the world be a better place. We're pumps for peace.
Pumps for peace.
Or pumps for Peru.
But we did Peru.
I mean, you could volunteer for this program for a lot of reasons. One, because it's really fun to see the kids just have a good time and do a fun project together. I also think it's a really nice project that combines sort of more traditional science fair kind of stuff with more practical problems that so many people in the world are afflicted by, and gets kids thinking about them at a young age and thinking about, like you said, people other than themselves and places other than themselves, and then maybe it'll inspire some of these kids to keep thinking about these problems as they grow up and as they go to school and figure out what they're going to do with their lives. Certainly, these are really hard problems, and we need some smart kids like these to figure out what to do about them, because currently we don't really know. We only have okay answers for these things. So, it was just a lot of fun.
Well, we do have these water guns, so I'll play with them. Okay? Stop! Why? You guys are wasting water. Why? We have plenty. Be grateful that you have clean, safe drinking water. People in, let's say, Peru, they don't have access to safe drinking water like you guys do. Why would I care about the people in Peru? They get sick and die from the dirty, polluted water. How sad. How can we help?
Water is a main issue, as well as HIV and AIDS, and they are connected in some ways. And my family is also from Vietnam, and that's a developing country, and the water there isn't as good either. So I'd like to listen to all the other countries, and they do have similar problems that can be solved. And I thought this would be an interesting problem just to evaluate and see how does that affect global health in general. So
I already see things that they're learning. They have a larger global perspective of what needs to be done, and they're seeing that education is the way to go. And some of them are, I'm going to be surprised if they are not get involved with some long-term project. We're looking for things right now.
Cholera. They need clean water to recover.
I guess I will allow you to take water for the sake of African peace, but does not mean you may come back regularly, and certainly not with more people.
Thank you. And people will live because of your kindness.
I'm aware of that, but you must keep this as a secret from my village, or I'll pay for my misgivings.
Your secret is safe with me, but you should not pay for this great deed. I thought clean water. Good. The symptoms are getting worse, and she's getting even more sick. If I hadn't had the supplies I did by morning, she could have died. I'll stay with her tonight and make sure she's okay.
They worked a tremendous amount of time. We had nights where we stayed at school until 5 o'clock. The kids all had my cell phone number. They called me on Thanksgiving break, and we just kept doing data after data.
I want to make a change. I know how you feel. I've been watching countless hard-working villagers die, and I feel so helpless. All we need is supplies close by, and it would make all the difference. I've heard about certain organizations. They go to places across the globe and help water-needing countries. We could try to contact them. I want to start those groups too. This is a big task for you guys. We should hold a village meeting and see what everybody else thinks. Okay, thank you for understanding my need to help.
This is a nice mission to get kids to think outside the box and solve bigger problems. I also think the presentations we saw showed their creativity and their ability to think about others and how the water problems relate to kind of lifestyles of kids in other countries than their own that are less privileged.
My name's Blair Gifford. I'm a professor at the University of Colorado, Denver, and I started this.